Right, this is If You Should Meet a Crocodile. It's in Piano Time 1 by Pauline Hall. It's on page 15. I'm going to play a little bit of it. I'm just going to show you something about seating position. I'm sitting too close at the minute. I'm doing it quite deliberately. You can see my hands are in a in the wrong place, in a perfect curve, and my elbows, because I'm sitting really close, my elbows are really tight against my body. If I move that way, you can see how tight they are, and everything's really tight. And my fingers aren't going to move. Right, I'm going to play If You Should Meet a Crocodile. So what I was doing there was I was pushing down from my fingers, and actually there's very little else I can do. I can move my fingers a little bit, but to be honest, it's still very difficult to get any sense of any control of sound, because my arms are so tight because they're so close. Now I'm going to move myself back. Whoops. There's another chair behind me. To about there. Right, you actually can't see me anymore. And that's where I normally sit when I'm doing these videos. Right, can you see... see my arms? They're nice and relaxed, and if I turn... There, you can see where I'm sitting there. My arm is nice and relaxed, and it's got quite a lot of room to be able to play. I can wiggle it about a little bit. I can move up there, I can move down there. Everything's nice and soft. Now, if I play Crocodile again... What I'm going to do now is, because I've now got a little bit of movement available, I'm not sitting so tight, I'm not going to have my hands fixed either. I'm going to start with just my fifth finger in the air, on the piano, and everything else is waggling about in the air. And I'm just going to move my hand slowly, like that, and then push. And then do the same with the next note, and just push. And I'm lifting all the notes. So remember, I was starting not like this. If you have all your fingers touching the piano and you try and push, you can only really ever make that sound. If you lift all the fingers that you don't need, then you've got much more control. You can make this sound, or this sound, or this one, or this one, or even this one. Whoops! As you can see, that one was so loud, it made the camera fall down. Or with a fixed piano, I can do it. It's a lot more difficult, and actually my whole hand is tensing up, and I can't do it for long. Now, here's another thing. Fixed hand position, which means all your fingers are touching the keys, so we're pushing down from the fingers. Try and play a triad, C, E and G. Really quite tricky. Now, without a fixed hand position, we're going to get rid of the fingers we don't need and just push. Now, that's quite easy. How about doing C and E, D and F, G and E? each finger's touching. That one is really awkward. And my hand is tightening up already. There, got it. But if I do this, and I'm lifting up my hands, I can do it all day. I've got my left hand. It's really easy with a fixed hand position. It's nowhere near as easy. Right, we'll look at swing tune on the opposite page, on page 14. Fixed hand position. In the left hand, without the fixed hand position. So I'm just going to start on the thumb, but all the other fingers, they're just loosely flopping about in the air. Okay, fixed hand position.